Mary Fox.
And I'm Larry Fox.
And this is the Psychology Report.
Schizophrenia is usually considered one of the most serious of psychological disorders. It's characterized by loss of contact with reality.
Catatonia stupor is an immobile, expressionless, coma-like state which leads to the term catatonic schizophrenia.
People with the disorder may hold unusual, uncomfortable, or waxy-like positions for hours with no discomfort.
Wow! I couldn't do that! Here is someone with this unfortunate disorder. They call him the tree. He can hold this position for up to 8 hours.
He won't reply to you. This happens pretty often. I either wait it out or I have to take him to the hospital.
Is this serious?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh.
Doctor, what are the causes of catatonic schizophrenia?
Well, schizophrenia has a lot to do with genetic factors that are inherited from your parents, even if they show no symptoms. They can also be caused by abnormalities in the activity of the frontal lobe or the temporal lobe in the brain.
I could have schizophrenia and not even know it?
Well, usually people who have schizophrenia aren't aware that there are other contributing factors such as low oxygen levels during birth, viruses during infancy, early parental loss, and physical or sexual abuse. A lot of it has to do with the mind.
Wow.
How common is catatonic schizophrenia?
Between about 5 and 9% of psychiatric patients show catatonic symptoms.
Common symptoms of catatonic schizophrenia are
Physical immobility, where a person can stare and hold a rigid position, unaware of their surroundings for a while.
excessive mobility, which would be pacing in circles or walking in a frenzy with flailing arms and loud noises.
Extreme resistance, where a person can resist being moved or speaking.
Mimicking speech or movement, where a person may copy someone else's movements or words repeatedly.
Delusions, which is believing something that is not true.
Yeah. Our subject seems to believe that he's a super ninja pirate with special powers.
Set the sails! Arm the cannons! Get ready, mateys! There's an enemy vessel out there, and we have to destroy it! Arrgh!
Another delusion is that Nick is a good wrestler.
Hallucinations, which is seeing something that isn't really there.
Top it all off, that test we had was ridiculous. I mean, like, come on. What?
Whoa.
What's up, dude?
There is a giant panda! There's a giant panda!
Dude, there isn't anything over
Dude,
there.
there is totally a giant panda over
Dude,
there.
There really isn't
There
anything.
really
isn't.
Shut up!
No, dude.
Be quiet. Be quiet. It's gonna see us.
There's nothing over
It's
there.
gonna see us.
There's nothing over there.
No, there's totally a giant panda. I gotta get out here, man.
Dude,
I gotta get out
There's
here.
nothing
Man.
going on.
There's totally a giant panda over
There is no panda.
Incoherent speech, saying things that really don't make any sense.
Neglect of hygiene, not taking care of yourself.
Okay.
Lack of emotion, where a person doesn't really show emotions.
I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. It's driving me crazy. We have to break off. Angry outbursts. That one pretty much explains itself.
I am so tired of you, and you stop looking at me. Oh my God! Hey! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Social isolation, which is removing yourself or preventing yourself from being in social situations.
As you can see, this is a normal gathering. This is abnormal.
See your butt?
Right.
I wonder how catatonic schizophrenia even came about.
Let's ask the doctor.
Doctor, can you give us a history on catatonic schizophrenia?
Sure. Since the early 20th century, catatonia has been regarded as a subtype of schizophrenia. The Ministry of Health in 1950 has a record of all admission dates and diagnosis for each episode of catatonia. That's really when it came to light. Some argue catatonic schizophrenia shouldn't be a subtype, but its own separate disorder.
What do you consider it as?
Its own disorder. It has its similarities, but also its differences.
Very interesting.
Well, this concludes us from the topic of catatonic schizophrenia. It is serious. If you know anyone that has the symptoms, you need to call a doctor like now.
Thank you, and have a good day. Sir, can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Oh, he won't reply.
So I could have schizophrenia and not even know it?
Well, usually people who have schizophrenia aren't aware that they are other contributing factors, such as,
How common is catatonic schizophrenia?
well, between about 5 and 9% of schizophrenia patient implement.
Our subject seems to think that he's like a super ninja pirate with magical powers.
Arm the vessels! That's the sails! There's an enemy ship! Fire on it! Go!
I'm gonna restart that.
Hallucination. Social isolation, which is removing yourself or preventing yourself from being in social situations.
As you can see, this is a normal... Dang it, I don't know what I'm saying. Doctor, can you give us the history on catatonic schizophrenia?
Sure. About... Oh.